Hello, and welcome to Knowledge Basement. I'm Hugo Serenity, and I'll be taking you this week on a knowledge extravaganza. Today we'll be discussing the time-old game of Solitaire.
Knowledge Basement.
Solitaire, or Patience, if you're one of our three non-US and Canada viewers, I'm looking at you, Russia, is a card game intended to frustrate and test the wits of upstanding citizens and to convert them to communism, schizophrenia, or overusing cardamom. The game is believed to have originated in Scandinavia or northern Germany, when some middle-aged man got tired of drinking and eating rotten fish and instead decided moving piles of paper around on his table would be a better use of his time. Naturally, his wife began to sleep with other men as he was consumed more and more by his new addiction. One of these adulterers took pity on the now sleepless of 29 days beta male and challenged him to a match of his newly invented card game for his wife's honor. Our hero promptly replied, "Oh, no, this game is for one player only," and then collapsed on the floor, dead. Am I telling this story correctly? Yeah? Alright. Well, I'm sure you guys want to see the hand footage of me playing the card game, so roll the tape. To start, there are many different forms of Solitaire, which I'll be showing on the screen currently. But I'm going to be playing the most popular form, Solitaire. So, to start, you deal 7 piles of ascending difficulty onto your table. Once dealt, the player must attempt to form lines based in descending order based on alternating suit. Don't understand? Neither do I. If there are no moves remaining, immediately file a letter of complaint to Bob Seeger and draw some cards from the pile. What? There is no pile? Where did it go? Oh. Well, it's certainly not here. This is troubling. Let's see what our resident philosophy major, Trisket Woodhouse, has to say on the issue.
It has come to my attention that philosophy is bullshit. With this knowledge, I have no more reason to live. The universe has no intrinsic meaning.
Those were valid and interesting remarks, Trisket. Reminds me of something a good friend of mine, Albert Camus, would deliberate upon while sitting in the balcony of his Algiers apartment, smoking a pipe, sipping a glass of his finest rouge, and leaning back in his chair, ever so slightly, so that the vibration, if you were to set all 4 legs of the chair back on the ground, would be so slight that only the most astute seismologist could sense the disturbance. However, Trisket, I believe my good friend Camus would disagree with you on some points. His central philosophy can be boiled down to such, and this is my own interpretation. If life is final, existence pointless, the pursuit of knowledge unsatisfying and endless, and God inexistent, then why not revel in the absurdity we've been placed in? Why live one's life striving for an end goal of any means, and not just live because at the moment we refuse to die? For what disappointment would it bring to strive all one's life in search of a single pursuit, to ultimately discover that that goal was never achieved, you were never going to achieve it, and everything you've ever done preceding your death was a complete and utter waste of time. I'll let that sit with you, with the addition of a direct quote from the man himself. There's only one really serious philosophical question, and that is whether or not to kill oneself. Till tomorrow, I've been Hugo Serenity, and this has been Knowledge Basement. Bonsoir.